The B7 Audi A4 is essentially just a huge refresh of the Audi B6 from the exterior all the way to the powertrain. It is also common knowledge that these cars are able to reach 250,000 miles. However, with that said, there will be issues along the way. Today, I'll be going over all the major issues that plague this model of the Audi A4 to better educate you about your ride or your future purchase. Also, keep in mind, not all these issues will for sure happen. They are just common among users who have had issues with their cars. Let's get started. Cam follower in the high pressure fuel pump on the 2-liter turbos goes bad due to the DLC or the diamondite coating wearing down over time and basically creating a huge hole. And this should be changed every 30,000 miles. It's located right on top of the engine and it is fairly easy to replace. You may get one or all three of these codes that could resemble a bad cam follower: P0087, P1093, P2293. If you let the cam follower wear too bad, you can expect damage to the FSI intake camshaft and the high pressure fuel pump. So be sure to stay on top of it or you'll be spending a lot of money on other repairs. Now, of course, this leads me to a worn or wearing intake camshaft from most likely the bad cam follower. If you are experiencing excessive backfire and misfires during high and low RPMs and loud tapping coming from the valves, this very well could be the culprit. Now, of course, driving a car with low oil and things of that nature can also cause cam wear, but it's most likely due to the worn cam follower. Replacing a camshaft is not the easiest thing to do, and cams can be pretty expensive, so keep that in mind. The high pressure fuel pump can fail. Usually these fail from a bad cam follower as well. You'll most likely experience stalling and ultimately no starts. Once again, you will receive the same codes as mentioned before. The pump can be pretty expensive, yet it is easy to replace. But that's why you should keep a close eye on the cam follower to prevent expensive repairs. If you're getting the code P0299, it could be correlated to two things. First, the diverter valve, which basically helps release pressure from the intake system when you release the throttle. The OEM one usually cracks over time, and Audi has made a DV Plus or an updated one to fix the cracking. If you're still getting a P0299 code after you have replaced it, then that most likely means you have a bad wastegate. Both of these are located underneath the hood. Basically, the arm connecting the wastegate to the turbo has a lot of play. You can use a clip that Audi actually stocks to reduce the play from the lever. However, that flat piece of the arm may also have play, which could also leak. If you don't have that leak, then replacing the wastegate actuator itself is a good way to go as well. So that's probably why you don't have boost. Misfires and hard starts. This could be correlated to coils going bad, low fuel pressure, and excessive cam wear, all of which I've already talked about. And all of these issues are only on the 2-liter turbo model. But if you're having this issue and you don't have the 2-liter turbo, check the coils and spark plugs. Low oil pressure in the 1.8 liter and the 2-liter. This is most likely due to a clogged oil pickup tube, which can be replaced by removing the oil pan. And just like the cam follower, the pickup tube is fairly inexpensive. If you're experiencing low oil pressure, do not drive the car to prevent any further damage. The pickup tube can be clogged by a number of things, like the oil dipstick tube crumbling over time, the PC valve system, lower crankcase, breather elbow can crack, and all of this can block the pickup tube with plastics and debris. If you are experiencing rattling noise from the back of the engine, then most likely your timing chain tensioner is failing, which is somewhat common. In the 1.8 liter model, you can access the tensioner by removing the valve cover and the cam. Then you replace it. And the 2-liter model, you'll need to basically take apart the back of the engine, which is somewhat an extensive job to do. Be sure to replace the part with the updated part from Audi. If you're getting engine surges, oil sludge, MAF codes, O2 sensor codes, increased internal engine pressure, and leaking oil, you may have a bad PC valve that is stuck closed. Or if you're having engine misfires, lean air fuel mixture, increased oil consumption, hard engine start, rough idle, black smoke, or fouled plugs, it may be stuck open. You may just have a few of these symptoms, but over time they may start piling up on top of each other. Replacing the PCV should fix that issue, and it's not that hard of a job to do. The AC likes to go out, and it could be a number of things. First to check is the high pressure switch, the actuator, and finally the compressor, which is most costly. All of which could go out and cause you to have no AC in your car. And there are videos out to help you check all of that. It's just too much to explain here. Overall, these cars are pretty reliable machines. The main issue lies within the 2-liter engines due to their cam follower issues. So keep that in mind. Even with those issues, they can easily be avoided with proper maintenance. Also, if you see an A4 2-liter turbo for a too good to be true kind of price, it may be just that. Do your research and check what needs to be checked so you don't get screwed over. Guys, if this helped you out or you learned something new, smash the like button and subscribe to stay up to date with your routine auto motivation. This is Chris with AutoMotivate. Always appreciate one another. I'll see you next time.